welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Monday the 7th of April 2025, and we have a puzzle from Izetti, a name that has often struck fear into me, but in recent months seems to have toned it down a little bit. And actually, when I looked at my little list of puzzles, I see that 2 weeks ago on a Monday, 2 weeks ago I was 742 for the Izetti puzzle, so that's the most recent one. Hoping for another one like that. Mondays tend to have been easier, but I'm not sure whether this will be or not. Anyway, enough waffling. Time to reset the timer and crack on. Sailor and editor is tucked up for sleep. Abbed. Result of gunfire or hectic manoeuvres. That's an anagram of hectic manoeuvre or hectic, isn't it? Rhetoric, I think. Rhetoric. Is that going to be fit? Gosh, can I type rhetoric? Is that going to fit rhetoric? Looks like rhetoric. No, there's two C's there. There's two C's in hectic. Can't be rhetoric. Eastern relation on the move. Eastern uncle, altar, daughter. Okay. Behold a female loaf making a bread. A loaf. Good. Purse discovered, nothing missing. Found and fund. Grandee condemned, English rebel. You'd think that's an E-shay, or I would. Condemned. Grandee. So doctors probed parts of hands. Staring at my hands at this moment. Palms. So doctors. I would think there's an anagram. So probed. Can't think what it is though. In the morning, priest meets a female. AM meets Amanda, and can't read Amanda again. Amelia, Eli. There's a good old Amelia. Eli, sorry. Jibe, born by French father. Oh God, what's French father? Something. Papa, with European ancestry. I can't think what the French word for father is. If that's what I need, mail, 4 letters from imposter is post, I guess. Barrier, wife set against everyone. Wall, nice. At home, arrange travel. In, for a short break, in. TRAVL, travel. In. Short break is, I don't know. Resident of Humble, home in bed, time after right. Gosh. Resident of Humble, home, in bed, time after right. No idea where that's going. Cockney warms up food. Eats. Okay, very good. Right, well that's a decent first look, isn't it? Bishop beginning to oversee violent part of London. Is that a bed? I think that's probably a bed. No. Assuming this turns out to be a B. Oversee, beginning to oversee, violent, violent part of London. Can't think what it is. Daughter, studied, dread. I'm going to put abed in there. Oh, I'm going to try and put abed in there. Hope that's right. Residents, lacking in speed, rate and rat. Mark, short notice, ad, conveyed by northeastern architectural feature. Mark, architectural feature, cathedral. I think it's an AN. It depends if that A is correct. City once destroyed, holds records. This each could be wrong, couldn't it? City once is it literally at once? ON, Orleans, once, log, Lonya. I want to put Bologna there, but once destroyed. Oh, Cologne now. That's what I'm doing wrong. Right. Animal in far part of the territory. Animal in far part of the territory. Feels like I want to put. There's not a hidden word there. Of the territory. Part of the territory. The looks very part of the. Animal in far. Okay. Setting aside, I need to take that out. That's what my problem is. The territory, I haven't got an A in there. Right. Setting aside soldiers on active duty. Setting aside soldiers on active duty. Setting aside something ing, I would think that is. Let's put a G in there. Swimming costume and armour. Items for sale at Maylot. It's like a lot. Armour is male. Lot. Lots. Some costume is a bikini. Trunks. Trunklet. Trunklots. Okay. Except from bullet insert is instant. That's a hidden word. Moment. Yep. My muse's hesitant expression at start of ordeal. It's not trauma. Muse. Hesitant expression at start of ordeal. That's that errata, isn't it? I think. At, yeah, errata, good. Uncontaminated drug in slurpy form for swallowing. Paste. Uncontaminated drug. Uncontaminated puree, okay. High point in the direction of Romanians. Is that tall? High point to, yeah, to or tall, I think that is. Which makes that in travel. Interval, okay, that kind of break. Very good. Classic misdirection from Mr. Izetti there. Result of gunfire or hectic manoeuvres. Ricochet, that's better. Ricochet, okay. Animal in far part of territory. Eater. Definitely loaf is good. This one, mark short notice, comma, architectural feature. Nope, this, Eastern relation on the move. Is that just relation? Oriental? Yeah. Oriental. What's this again? Colonnade? Colonnade. What was that? An ad on conveyed by nade. Collo. What's that? Colon. Conveyed. Short notice. Mark is no short notice ad, so mark is a colonade. Okay, let's spell that correctly. Colonnade, there we are, colon. Grandee, condemned, is that just an renegade in fact, yes. Okay, which means that is oh gosh, an eland, I think that's an eastern land, I suppose. Eland. Part of the land, yeah. Animal far part. I think that's eland anyway, part of the. This is setting aside, remaining, remanding, reading, on active duty. I think that's remaining, but I can't quite see why it's remaining. Let's keep going from there. What's this then? Borough. That must be a borough, mustn't it? Rough. Is that rough? Obviously violent is rough, yep. So doctor, oh, okay. So doctors, parts of hands, not thumbs. So doctors probed parts of hands. Is that H? Let's take that out for a second. Down here, we had resident of humble home in bed after time after. So that's age is time, isn't it? I think. Humble home in bed. Resident of humble home in bed. Cottager, I think that was a cot. And then time after time, yeah. Okay. This is the lot. Swimming costume. Is that male lot? I think that's Malo, but I don't understand why. Let's put an I there, which makes that thumbs, isn't it? Thumbs. YMB, thus with it. Yeah, okay. Thus. Rees, soldiers on active duty. Restoring, something. Jibe, born by French father, with European ancestry is, what's ancestry? Heritage, I think. Is that right? Why is that heritage? Jibe. by French father. I wish I could remember what the father word is. I think heritage is ancestry. I think that's going to be Malo. Armour's male. Items sales are lots. Don't like that really, but what's this? Remaining, res. Active duty. Active duty is settings IDs res. That was thus with doctors MB inside it. Yep. Res. It's not pairing. Liking. Skating. Setting aside res. Sharing. Having. Reshaving. Having. Rescue. Heritage could be wrong, of course, because heritage I've got no kind of pass on that. Child born by French father with European, so what's that? E for European. Ancestry could be heritage, but I don't think it is, therefore. Jibe, I don't think that's right. So what is it? Father is just totally escaped me. In which case heritage, but a jibe is a turn or a jest. Setting aside, so on active duty is res. Is it S for soldiers? Res, or which I think it probably is, which means that's re. Rescuting, resb. None of those really fit their resma. So it could be a double S, I suppose. Reshoring, shaving. Oh. Rest. Bit of a risk. Active duty is doing. Pair is father, isn't it? Pair. Which means jibe born by French father. Pedigree, a dig, yeah. Pedigree out. So what's this? Risker. I don't know, there's pedigree. Pedigree, okay, let's take out that from it and have a play. Rest. Dig. Yeah, pair by E. Bring. Rescoring. What's going on? Can't be rescra. Oh, put that back in there. Acting, resacting, acting, active duty, act, resacting. Not sure about that. I think that's probably the most likely answer, but yeah, pedigree. Let's try putting the right letters in. Rest. Reserving. They are reserving. There we go. Pedigree. There we go. 13:48. Gosh, good 3 minutes there on that last pairing. Not helped by lacking my knowledge of French, which I haven't taken for 40 odd years. So yeah, word here I never heard of. Abed. I mean, makes tucked up for sleep. You must be in your bed, so you're abed, right? It's got a sailor as an ab, and the editor is an ed. Fair enough. Ricochet is an anagram of or hectic, which is indicated by manoeuvres, and the result of gunfire could be a ricochet. Eastern is Oriental, Relation is an anagram of Oriental, and on the move is your anagram indicator. Low. Low is behold, a F for female. Great clue actually. Behold a female making bread. Loaf. Loaf is obviously bread. The purse is the fund, and discovered is found, but without, there's an O missing, nothing missing, so take the O out. Found becomes fund. A grandee is a renegade. Grandee is an anagram of renegade. Condemned is saying grandee is, well, it's not actually, sorry. Grandee is an anagram of the first part of renegade. Condemned is your anagram indicator, and then put an E for English on the end, which gives you a rebel, which is a renegade. So is thus, and Doctor, MB, is probing that, so put MB into that. Parts of hands are thumbs. In the morning is AM. The priest is Eli, the main priest in crossword land, and meets A, put an A on the end in the clue, gives you Amelia, the female. A jibe is a dig, born by French father, which is Père, with E for European on the end, gives you your ancestry, which is pedigree. Mail is post, 4 letters from imposter, well, literally, post is in hidden word imposter. Barrier is a wall. We've got W for wife and set against everyone, so it's up against all. Good. Another nice clue, really. Another nice, short, concise clue. At home is in, and then arrange is telling you there's an anagram of travel, which gives you interval, which is a short break, so complete misdirection there. Thinking about holidays when we're looking for the interval between time. A resident of a humble home is a cottager. In bed, so we've got bed is a cot. We've got T, we've got time is age, after T for time, or either way you want to do it really, and R for right. Cockney means we're going to drop something, so Cockney might say if something warms up it heats up, it eats, you eat it up mate, so eats is food. What do we got? Bishop is B, beginning to oversee is the O, and violent is rough, which gives you a potential part of London boroughs. Daughter is D, studied is red, and in fear is dread. Rodent is a rat, speed is a rate, but it's lacking in energy, so take the E off rate, gives you rat. Mark is a colon. Short notice is an ad, as in an advert, conveyed by northeastern, so the N and the E. So as I demonstrated, you've got to follow the wordplay to get the spelling of that correct. Architectural feature is a colonnade. City is Cologne, German place. Once destroyed is saying C-O-N-E, so anagram of C-O-N-E, holding a record, which is a log. The eland is a type of animal, kind of, I want to say it's a kind of gazelle kind of animal down in the Africans place. In far part of the territory. Okay, so the far part of the is the E, because it's furthest away, and a territory is a land. What do we got? Setting aside is reserving, and soldiers on active duty are so Royal Engineers serving. So that's good. That's a good clue that works in both ways, really. This one I'm not so keen on. Swimming costume must be a malo. I can only think of the word maillot jaune, which is the yellow jersey in the Tour de France, but obviously they don't wear a swimming costume for that. But armour is male, and we've got items for sale at auction. Well, I would have said there were lots, not just a lot. So yeah, not very keen on that clue for the items for sale bit, and the fact that I don't know malo. So second word, abed and malo, not familiar, but gettable. What we got? Excerpt from is saying there's a hidden word across bulletins, tantalising, and that hidden word is instant, and an instant is a moment. We've got the muse errato. There's a couple of muses I do remember, which are errato and I think terpsichore. I think terpsichore is one of the musical ones. Hesitant is and hesitant expression is At is in the clue, and start of ordeal is put an O on the end. Uncontaminated is pure, drug is E, and slurpy form for swallowing is puree. Nice imaginative clue there. It makes you really imagine what's going on there. And then the high point is a tour. In the direction of is to. I'm going to London, in the direction of London, and Romania's capital is an R. So there we go, all done. 1348, held up by those two, pedigree and reserving. But otherwise, nice puzzle from Izetti there. Thanks for watching.